Good afternoon, good morning actually. Good morning still, and thank you everybody to join us. I'm just waiting for a few more seconds because people are still joining in. I really appreciate your patience. We will be just starting in by 11:33.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning everybody. We will just be starting in.
Right. All right.
Okay,
All right.
I think we can start now. We have people joined us. So yeah, Kunmin, maybe I can give the floor to you for the demo.
Yep, thank you, Manish.
All right.
Hello, everyone. This is Sean. I'm a system architect based in Singapore for the power solution on the digital energy umbrella.
I
And
have to
the
cut you, Tulin. I'm sorry, but your voice is not very clear. Are you closer to the mic?
oh, okay. How about
Okay. We
now?
can do
Okay.
it.
Yeah. So yeah, before I'm going to the demo, let me introduce a little bit about what is a power monitoring expert. And I think everyone will see my share screen currently.
Yeah.
And then this sharing will be I'm not expecting like one flow in one direction. You can during the presentation or during the demo, you can ask whatever question you have it, or you can put it in the chat. I can answer you later on once we finish the demo. Okay. First of all, the power monitoring expert is our one of the well-known uh, monitoring solution for power applications and energy application as well. And that covers the applications that you see on the screen right now in terms of the electrical safety or availability or in terms of the efficiencies. Then you can see there are so many sub modules that applications that you have. So what the software can do is that of course software is a base module. It comes with some of the applications like monitoring and alarming on the electrical distribution, power event analysis, and the continuous thermal monitoring, basic energy monitoring. All these things comes with it. But when your facility is expanded or you need a different application, like for example, I want to do the installation monitoring, or I want to do the power quality analysis, I want to do the backup power testing. You can do it at any time you like, just simply activating the license. You don't really necessary to install a software or on top of the existing system. Okay, so let me go to the next slide. This is what we have, the application support. In terms of the system architecture, we encourage the PM power monitoring expert encourage all the devices to go directly connected to the system. That is our preferred architecture. That means that our system will be scalable at any time. It means that you just don't simply connect the Ethernet cable to the device directly, or you connect those with the RS Wi-Fi or through the gateway. You can connect it along the daisy chain. So as such, you could have a very flexibility in terms of the scalability compared to the traditional way of connecting, like all the equipment go to the data concentrator or the PLC and go straight to the device. So of course, the software is capable of whichever type of architecture, but this is our preferred architecture for the scalable and the efficient architecture in a way. The software uses the SQL as a database, as the primary data storage. Of course, the software is not just simply meant for the electrical or energy. You can also look at the wages like a water, air, gas. Like if you have using those kind of the parameters that consume the energy, you can bring in this software. And that software is also certified with the ISO 50001 Energy Management Standard that complies with your Bermad standard or the lead or whichever the green standard that you have it throughout the world. And we use the web client interface from the user perspective. That means that you can use from your laptop, from your iPad or iPhone, using as any standard browsers that you have in your market. In terms of the integration facility or capability, you can bring in your existing SCADA or BMS using the mobiles or OPC that the system comes with it. Of course, you can import the XML or kind of the CSV, you can import. And you can do a lot of the energy management analysis on the right-hand side, you have it. Other usage on the software application. Yeah, I think that is all for in terms of what is the PME all about. Before I go into the demo, you have any kind of questions? Otherwise, I will go straight to the demo. Okay, like this, I will go. So as you see earlier, the software supports so many applications, right? And then, like for example, power quality monitoring. This is the actual dashboard, the screens that you have it in the user application. You will see dashboard, one of the applications that you have it, diagram, trends, alarms, reports. These are the first 5 steps that you will have it, and along with the settings here. This is a demo site, by the way, so you will see some information that that's not relevant to you. So for the actual power monitoring expert, the interface, you will see a setting here. That setting you can manage your user. Of course, you can manage your user through the Windows Active Directory. You can manage the alarm. You can set the alarm. All this can through the web. So let's look at one of the examples, like power quality monitoring. If you look at the power quality monitoring, you have to see all the implications like a dashboard. That is the dashboard. That is the diagram. That is the report. So these are all the applications that you have to look at it for one application. So so as such that I won't be going to every tab, jumping from one tab to another during the presentation, so that I don't confuse you along the demo. So I would just simply go to the dashboard first, followed by the diagram, followed by this way, so that it will be faster and the most. So this is one of the dashboard applications that you have it. Of course, the dashboard is drag and drop. You don't necessarily require to engage the Schneider or our technical experts to how to create a dashboard. The moment it's already pre-built, it's pre-formatted in the system, in the software, that you can just simply drag the relevant the dashboard, and you can choose the source, you can choose the duration, and then it will show here right away. And you can create as many as dashboard that you have. You can rename it. You can group it as a folder. You can share it with your different user, or you can use it as a private dashboard. By also you can. So here, this is one of the dashboards that you will see, and of course, it's not just a simple application like a power or energy. You can also bring in the weather condition, patient count. Why this information that you can bring in? You can benchmark how many patient against the energy consumption and what is the weather look like tomorrow. Whether you are using the solar energy, for example, you can predict that kind of things that you can add. Okay, so this is one of the simple applications. The dashboard, you will see some of the. This is a capacity management, for example. You can see in a very graphical way rather than reading through the numbers. This is a ranking based on the zone, based on the equipment, based on the device. So again, everything comes with it in the software. You don't need to engage with the experts to create how to create that. Of allocation, energy heat map, very useful. You can see any abnormality during any of the night or any of the day. It's supposed to be grey in, like for example, in the middle of the night. But this particular day, but why it's grey? Why it's red? For example, you can simply from one dashboard you can see any abnormality. Another one is the very useful graph, the energy flow, the main income energy, how the energy will flow into the different loads or the different zones that you can segregate for a lot of things. So not just about the things, we also can rank the power quality events, like how many impacts that happen for the generation, a lot. So what is your energy ranking? Your the healthcare, sorry, hospital. Like for example, it is the very super low energy building. For example, that kind of ranking as a software, it has its comes with. Of course, you can use the great carbon emission calculations in the software. These are all about the dashboard. That's the diagram. Diagram is the customized table. So this is a very basic diagram. Of course, you can create, this is a fully customizable diagram. You can create 3D graphic, any kind of nice graphic you will have it, you will see in any BMS or any startup. But this is very simple, the graphic. But what is unique about here is that you can see the graphic here. With the use of our Schneider high-end power quality meter, it will show you the direction of the fault or direction of the disturbance in your facility. For example, this is let's say you have one of the pump is here on the chiller. One of the meters that will show you, like for example, I will put the very you can see here. For example, one of the pump is filled in this location, for example, and the pump is the conflict, for example. Then the feeder, the meters that belongs to that load will show downward, but the rest of the meters will show upward. As such, it will have your facility uptime rather than looking at so many alarms from the operator, go and find out into the site to find out the root cause. Here, you will tell you right away on the graphic view that, hey, your fault is coming from this one, and that your culprit is here. Of course, this is the graphic view. It will be shown here. At any graph in the web area, you will have it. You will have alarm, the sound, high priority, medium priority, low priority. You will see here. The moment that you acknowledge the alarm, it will be disappear. Otherwise, it will show here like 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is one of the applications that we call it direction of the events or direction of the fault software will have. This is the indications that it will capture the waveform that during that particular event or during that particular fault. And you can further analyze that what might have impacted this disturbance to your load, to your facility, for example. So of course, this is one of the diagrams. We have so many diagrams like abnormality here, for example, you want to. So these are very default diagram. As I mentioned, is you can customize your graphic as you like. Electrical wear and tear. So these are also coming from the electrical, the breaker information. So from here, how does this help to your maintenance, predictive maintenance, proactive maintenance? Rather than, you can see here this breaker, for example, this breaker, with the moment that you go into this breaker, you will see the electrical wear. So the software is measuring the those mechanical and electrical wear. So in that case, for example, your switchboard 2, let's say you have a maintenance shutdown on the switchboard 1 area in coming December, for example. But if you don't have that kind of monitoring prediction of monitoring system in place, you will go to the switchboard 1 to do the maintenance. All right. In the actual fact that the switchboard 2 is require more require attention. You need to fix it as soon as possible because it has reached 90% of your electrical wear. This is where you help, the software will help the better uptime of the system. So this is one of the examples. This is the energy heat map. Again, it's 3D. It's the current, it's the real-time energy consumption of the software, of the facility that is telling you. So this is about the generator performance test. I won't be going. Same thing. Let's put the isolated panel. That is about the. So you can see here there are some faults. For example, you can deep dive. And this information example of actually coming from the installation monitoring device. Our installation locator that Schneider we have it. So this IFL is one of the Schneider products that can measure up to the 12 cycles of impedance of the cycle. You can see that we have our installation fault. Installation failure. It will going to be installation failure in this time period. It is reached to 40 kilo rather than it should be like a 200 kilo. So we go into the setting impedance is 30 kilo, but you are always going to be close to 30 kilo. This is why the software will flag the alarms that you have impedance. Yeah. Monitoring. Okay, this is another one of the applications. This is 24/7 time monitoring of the electrical joints, electrical assets, the critical electrical assets like a generator, bus bar, transformer. So rather than going through you normally using you use the heat gun to optical gun to do the measurement yearly. But this is this time monitoring application is that they're using a very small sensor, wireless, batteryless, just simply put on top of the bus bar joints, the electric connections. You can able to have it all the detailed parameters of the voltage, the current against the temperature rise. Any abnormalities, it will show you the alarm in the software. So this is one of the applications to help save the for the safety of the electrical fire. Rather than loose joints, you happen to be a fire. If you are looking at waiting at the yearly or the optical test. So the same thing, we have this kind of the graphics that you can have it. Again, these are highly customized graphics. You can create as many as you like. Okay, the trends. Yeah, let me go to the alarms. So one of the application is that, okay, let me go from here, like for example, you can see the alarm. So the moment that you will see the alarm, there will be alarm here, critical alarm one. So you just simply click to the alarm. alarm page will disappear. Okay, currently we have no alarm, so I will show you some of the demos here. So, in the standard SCADA or the BMS system, alarms are normally, okay, before I say so, sorry. Alarms in electrical alarms are correlated to one another. It means that the first fault followed by the second fault, followed by the third fault. So they are all correlated to one another in the electrical system, of course in other systems. But in our software, the alarms will not be showing like, let's say 10 alarms are correlated to one single alarm, one single topic. The software will not show you 10 alarms. It will show you only just one alarm. 5 alarms or 5 equipment are affected. This is how the software will do automatically. So, and also in the software, the alarm even tell you that the fault actually coming from within from the facility. So what are the 5 alarms, the five areas that affected here? So if you look at the timeline view, this is one of the key application or key selling points that we have. The first 4 faults happen at the same time. Actually, they are one to another. So the last fault is on here. So you have to look at the first fault that happened. It comes from the main safety life safety incomer and end at the one of the non-affected. So again, the software will also even calculate automatically the load loss. The load, what does this load loss mean? That the power has been temporarily off down to the 50% at that particular area during that event. So how long does this event last? It's just simply 1 second. You can see from here. This is very, very interesting here. 1 second, you get a 5 alarm happening. And each and every now within a few milliseconds. And some of this information, load loss information, you can even go and check during the post-mortem. You probably have the loads that are connecting is severely affected. Another thing is that you want to deep dive to further analyze. Then you can click on that node. This is the waveform that the software will capture automatically during that effect. Okay, there is a swirl, voltage swirl here. How long does this voltage swirl? You can see from here 300 milliseconds, 0.3 seconds, and 23% swirl on the line 1 voltage. This is how the software automatically calculates for you. Of course, you can even further analyze, deep dive, you can do so during your post-mortem analysis. And the software auto calculates at that particular instant, what is the waveform, what is the phasor diagram, what is the harmonic impact for that particular feeder. You can explore, you can compare all these things. This is all comes with the software without any user configuration. Automatically do for you. Okay, so that is another thing. Of course, this is not just about the software, and that is the timeline view that I mentioned. Another view is you can even give you overview of here. So the 5 alarms, 5 events happen. These are the 2 areas that heavily impacted. So you should be looking at these 2 loads. There is visibility after your post-mortem. And also another important thing is that tolerance chart. You can see from here. This is the international the Belimo curve. That's the voltage tolerance, whether this is acceptable or not acceptable. You can see in the margin that is not almost starting to be non-acceptable. It has to be in the white zone. This is automatically calculated, taking the information from the high-end power quality meter, and the software will auto-plot it, and it will tell you that, let's say, assuming this is in the boundary. Actually, if you ask me, if you are in the boundary, you should be looking at your load carefully. What are the impacts that are happening? Whether it has been impacted on your MRI machine or one of the X-ray machine, because it's already in the non-tolerance zone. So you don't need to be too much expert on the electrical area, the software actually calculates it for you. So this is one of the key advantage on our software that we have on the alarms, direction of the events, analysis of the event. This is what we call it power quality analysis. It's not just monitoring; it will tell you the analysis and give you the report, and give you the compliance report. Later on, I will show you the report. So this is the last. Okay, trend. Okay, trend is okay. So the same thing. The trends are also user configurable. You can just simply drag and drop. What are the points that you want to drag? You want to be trend. How many trend? What are the threshold? You can do so as you like. The same thing as the dashboard. You can create your main folder. You can put it as your private, or you can share with your colleague, any other users that you have, and you can rename it as any as you like, and you can download as CSV. Okay, I forgot to say here on the dashboard. You can also download the information of the dashboard information. It will give you the CSV file at any dashboard that you have to. I just forgot it. So let's go to the, I think I finished the trends and the currently report is empty, but there are some safe reports so that I can be a bit faster. So what you see here, options and non-options. So the one without the options comes with the basic module. It means that once you buy a Schneider Power Monitoring Expert, these reports that comes with it. What are these reports? Load profile report, hourly usage report, cost comparison report, energy ranking report. All this will be included. Again, the reports are user configurable without needing our expertise to create a report. It just simply, I will demo you later on. It just simply choose the report type, choose the source, choose the duration, and it will block automatically. And it will ask you, it will give you the download table as a PDF, Excel, CSV, and CIF format. It's one of the graphs. This is the calendar month. Every month that you see the one of the loads, you can see any abnormality here from calendar month April to May. These are all comes with it, by the way. Hello. Are you asking any question? Okay. So let's go back to the one of the backup power testing. This is heavily meant for your hospital. You can test the generator, monthly test, UPS monthly test. These are comes with it again. You can just simply choose the generators, UPS, and the ATS. It will auto ATS, and it will auto calculate. When you run the generator, it will capture all the things, and it will tell you positive. This is for EPSs. The same thing. This is comes along with this backup power management report. Click on here. So when you do the testing, you see that is it a test or is it a really power outage at that particular time. This is from 1 year. Okay, January to I think it's a 1 week. We test for the scan for 1 week duration. So it even tell you that what type of test, is it a test or is it actually power failure during that event? It's 1 week ago duration time. Okay. So you just simply choose the type, choose the generator, and choose the duration and choose a few parameters, it will generate all these things. So I don't want to go into a lot of things for installation monitoring. The same thing. Installation failure, example. You just simply choose the device and the duration, and you can see all the audit trail, what is happening during that particular time duration. Exactly. So from here, so it will save time and save cost your operator or your facility management page for this pre-formatted report. Or there are several reports that you have it. So I can show you some of the data. For example, let's see, I can. Energy usage report. Let me show you. This is a real one, for example. By the way, this is a demo site. The demo site, the data are simulated, they are not the real data. So some of the data may not be correlated, but I just want to show you how easy it is, the report generation. So you just simply need to choose this source. So main income of our meter. And then you can choose which type of the energy that you require. Okay, I just want to have just real energy, for example. Duration, daytime, you want to do a target, threshold, all these things, just simply click. Yeah, this is how it is. So you have 4 pages. You can download at this format, PDF, Excel, image. Page 1, page 2, and you can analyze further. Of course, it's not just one parameter, multi-equipment, multi-parameter. You can have it in one simple report. Another one is the billing. Billing. Same thing. Just think it. So these are the rate as you have calculated, pre-calculated earlier. Okay, how much is the time of use? For example, what is the peak cost for the peak time? Saturday, Sunday, holiday. You already preset it in one of the settings, and then you can just I think I overshoot some. One of the last report. Some of the things are not inconsistent. That one just ignore it. Yeah, some of the. So these are the equipment that has cost kilowatt hour. What is the total? Of course, you can segregate one by one. Okay, I want to show you the last one, harmonic compliance. Same thing, and you have a harmonic compliance report. course, you can choose a lot of the options that you would like. So this is the main income that you want to check whether this you have harmonic, whether your facility is compliant with the industry standard. As you can here, and it will give you a passing that kind. So I think that's all about the PME dashboard capability in terms of the user friendly, on the friendliness on the report, generation trends, dashboard. Of course, diagram is the customer. I welcome every questions if you have.
Anybody, if you have any question, please unmute yourself and you can ask. Thank you so much, Sunil. I guess, we have also recorded this version. There are not many presentations on this that we can share, but yeah, we will try to share the recorded version.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess we have exceeded the time as well, so I let go of the people and let them enjoy their lunchtime. I really appreciate everybody on the call today, and I'll see you tomorrow for our last day, where we will be covering a little bit on the building management system and our ETAP software as well. So see you all tomorrow then.